Have you noticed that we kind of abandoned that nice dimensional analysis stuff until we do conversions? And we went back to this idea, ready for this? Dun, 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 proportions. Well, proportions is a grade 7 concept. It's not that big of an issue. Check this out. Watch this. I'm going to give you a nice proportions question to kind of get you into the kind of swing of things again. 5 toonies. Okay, so 5 toonies forms a stack that is 2/5 of an inch tall. Okay? Right. Do you see the proportion? I do. You're dealing with toonies and you're dealing with a height. Great. Or a measurement of distance. Great. So toonies, you got 5 toonies is a height of 2/5 of an inch. Do you see that? Great. Now, watch this. It says, what is the approximate value? So we're dealing with value right away. That's going to be different. Of a stack of toonies that spans 100 miles. Huh? Which is the distance between a place called Plamondon and Bonnyville. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, easy peasy. First thing is, convert this 100 miles into, guess what? There's your proportion. It's in inches. You got 5 toonies and you got inches. So convert the 100 miles into inches. No problem. Remember, there was no direct conversion, but we can convert into yards first, 1760, and then we can convert this idea of, well, miles and miles cancel, convert the yards into inches by multiplying it by 36. So it's 100 times 1760 times 36. Okay, so let's get this going here right now and see what we can do. Okay, boot up the calculator right now. 100 times 1760 times 36. 100 times 1760 times 36 works out to be, yikes, holy moly, 6,336,000. 6 million, I'm going to do it over here. 6 million, what was it? 6,336,000. 336,000 inches. Wow. Holy smokes, that's far. Okay, so how does this relate to our original proportion? Remember what our original proportion was? It was toonies to inches. So the question is, what is the value of the stack? So we got to find out how many toonies we have first. So I don't know how many toonies we have, but I know I have 6,336,000 inches to deal with. Guess what? You just set up the proportion. This times this times that. So you got 2/5 times x equals to 5 times 6 million. Well, wait a second. I'm not going to write that out. I'm going to just go to my calculator, and I know to multiply this by 5. So times this by 5, and look what I got. 31,680,000. 31,680,000. Holy smokes. Now, I'm going to have to take this, and remember, how do you solve this? Real simple. You're just going to divide both sides by 2/5. Divide this by 2/5, divide this by 2/5. That cancels, that leaves us x. Okay, so go back to your calculator and go divide. Now, when you're doing a fraction, you can either use the fraction button or you can just use brackets. Brackets. 2 divided by 5. Because if you don't do that, you got to put fractions in brackets because this is the way the calculator thinks, okay? So just put it in brackets. Let's go. Look what you got. You got 79. Wait, hold it. Let's look at this because all these numbers are really, there we go. 79,200,000. Woo! 79,200,000. Okay, so what are you figuring out? You're figuring out how many toonies you have. Okay, so you got 79,200,000 toonies. But read the question. This is where people get messed up all the time. They don't read the question. You can see it. I've got a blue box around it right here. Right here. You want to find the value. In other words, how much money do you have? What's a toonie? What's a toonie worth? Toonies are worth $2, right? So you got to multiply this by $2 per toonie. And look at this. I'm back to using proportions again. Oh, I love it. Okay, Toonies and Toonies cancel. Just multiply that number by 2. Oh, here we go. Times this by 2, and look what I got. Oh my goodness. I love this number. Look at this. This is basically what Connor McDavid makes when he blinks. 158,400,000. Oh my goodness. 158,400,000. That's what that stack would be worth. Woo! Whoa! I think if I made that, I could pretty much retire. Woo!